it's Sharice Tarot. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to give you guys the chance to pick between 3 piles, and today's reading, the theme is going to be based on love for the month of April, what may be coming towards you, whether that's a new person, maybe an ex, a friend, whatever I'm picking up the surrounding energies in your love life, we're going to get the tea. And I hope this video finds you well. Good vibes, everything's good, you know, good energy. If you want to subscribe, I recommend you subscribe so you can become part of the community, because I am starting this channel and it's new, and I am planning on being here for a long time. And, you know, I hope you are as well. So I'm gonna now switch to the part where you guys get to pick the cards now. What pile you feel most drawn to. Just trust your intuition. Pause the video if you need more time to pick as well. Without further ado, I'll see you then. So, hey Reese's. So these are the 3 piles that you guys will get to choose from. For pile 1, we will be using the Astro Matrix Tarot. For pile 2, we'll be using this mini Celestial Tarot. It's cute. And for pile 3, we'll be using the Queer Tarot. So you can pause the video and take the time to choose which pile your intuition is calling. And without further ado, we will start with the readings. Hello there, for those who chose pile 1, we will be using the Astro Matrix Tarot deck with this reading as well. We will start off with the oracle cards and then we'll get into the tarot reading. So we do have for the first card, Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. I love this. So what I'm feeling for majority of you, a lot of you definitely went through a lot of struggles regarding your love life. And I feel like with this card coming out, a lot of you haven't really been feeling as optimistic. You know, you're probably expecting for another failed talking stage or another failed toxic relationship. Like you're losing faith in your love life. But I do feel like Spirit could be like letting you know that if you do want to attract, love, if you deep down inside you do want something deeply committed and genuine, then you have to break free from thinking that you won't allow that into your life. That if you just think negatively and believe that you can't receive it and that's impossible for you to receive it, then that's just going to be your reality. So have more faith, change your mindset, be more optimistic with your love life. That way you can actually attract that, because if you keep thinking that you won't actually attract that kind of love, then that's exactly what your reality will be. So have more faith here. A lot of you probably could just be focusing on yourself as well. Because of that, like because you don't have much faith in your love life, you're like, I'm just focused on myself right now. I'm prioritizing myself and my goals and my commitments. I have other things to worry about. But deep down inside, you want love. So have faith here. We have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, so yeah, so not only are you just prioritizing yourself, but you're prioritizing your career. You could just be focusing on trying to get your finances together, your career together. That's probably your main focus right now. You're not really focusing too much on your love life. You're putting this faith in your career. So that's the overall energy. I like this. Hustler, okay, get the bag, girly. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So some of you may have children, which is probably why you're so busy trying to focus on your finances and your career. And it's just maybe you feel like your children can also just get in the way of your love life, like can hold you back from finding love in a sense. Like maybe you're so busy with trying to like provide for yourself and your children, because some of you may be single parents here. It's like because of that, you haven't really been having the most faith in your love life. You haven't been making that something that you're prioritizing right now, because you've just been so busy trying to provide for you and your children. And then for some of you, your inner child can actually be something that is affecting your love life, like inner child wounds. especially if you, the way you grew up in your childhood, like the way your childhood was, it definitely, like, you know, it does influence your love life. Like, you know, especially if, you know, it depends on your attachment style, whether you're avoidant, a fearful avoidant, or anxious, you know, attachment style. Um, it can interfere your love life. So some childhood wounds that you should definitely heal, and that way you can be able to navigate your love life healthily, the healthy way. We have being the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. You see, like it ties down to this energy with the faith card. You know, like you've been so busy, you've been trying to provide for you and children for some of y'all, and then for some of you, it's like um with this children card, we were emphasized that it can just be the inner child wound, and it's in emphasizing the fact that it's like important, like, you know, it's really important to cater to that, cater to your childhood wound, so you can love in a healthy way and be able to receive it in a way that's secure attachment style, if that makes sense. But this looks good so far, it seems like, but a lot of you could have a negative mindset in terms of your love life, and that could be the blockage. Okay, so have more faith is definitely the key here is having faith. So we will get into the Astro Matrix Tarot, and we will, let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm going to put these to the side. Okay. Ooh. Didn't even ask nothing yet. Okay. Hold on, because I don't like when my cards are, I like when they're all upright, because like if it comes out reversed, then it's meant to. So Spirit, okay, so we're going to see the collective's month of April when it comes to their love life. So what's coming towards my collective in love? What's coming towards my collective in love in April? What's coming towards my collective in love when it comes to April? Okay. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Wands, the Sun, and the High Priestess here. The bottom we have is the Lovers. Interesting, the Lovers. Okay, and the World wants to peak as well. You can see the World line and wants to peak. The World card represents new chapters, closing an old chapter and evolving into a new top chapter here. So I do feel like here, I do feel like you will meet somebody in your love life here, okay? With the Eight of Pentacles reversed here, I do feel with the Knight of Wands though next to it as well. For some reason, I feel like this is somebody you may already kind of know, especially with the High Priestess here. I feel like intuitively, you can already pick up somebody from your past is coming towards you. Like it could be an ex, or since we did get children, this could be someone you have children with. Maybe you're co-parenting with this person. But with the Lovers at the bottom here, the main theme here, definitely is giving, how I say it. So this person that's coming into your life here, but I feel like I said, I feel like you're already having a connection with this person. You just want to already know intuitively. I feel like this month is about you guys, you and this person, taking things to the next level. Like actually, like I do see that you guys making a conscious choice to be together, because I feel like you and this person been through a lot. It was picking up already. Maybe you're losing the faith in this connection because of how things been going about. You guys could have children with this person. For some of you, you don't have to have children with them. Maybe the issue could be maybe you want children and they don't want children, or vice versa. Or it can also, if it's not your inner child wound, it could be the person that you're dealing with inner child wound. But it does seem like there was a missed opportunity with you and this person here. There could have been a false start, like a false new beginning between you and this person, and there could have been a lot of blockages within this connection, a lot of like battles, and it could leave, you know, one or both of you feeling exhausted. With the Knight of Wands here, it is a very resilient energy, and usually it is the Rider-Waite deck. They're wounded, you know, they're wounded, they're cautious, they're wary, you know, they're not really they're guarded. But this Nine of Wands, he looks courageous. Courageous. He ready for a fight. He ready for another chance. He ready for a battle. He's ready to get back out there. He's ready to go again. He's giving high level of confidence and resilience in combined. So this is definitely giving energy where you and this person would definitely have another chance here to rekindle things. But with this Ace of Pentacles reversed here, the way that things progress, it may be very slow and a bit stagnant at first. But I do feel with the Nine of Wands here, somebody's going to be persistent. Somebody is going to kind of just be trying to prove themselves. It feels like there could have been maybe somebody, this is somebody that I feel like they try to come back into your life and you didn't want anything to do with them. You probably were like, you were just rejecting their offer. You didn't want anything to do with this person. And then for some of you, there could have just been a false start with you and this person. And things were stagnant and stuck. But regardless, I do see this person trying to come back in and trying to win you over. Trying to fight, trying to not fight, but trying to prove themselves. Like they're definitely coming in here courageous and bold. I feel like this person's gonna reach out to you very boldly. They're ready to go again with you, squared up and all. With the Sun card here, I do feel like when this does happen, whether you know this or not, this is gonna make you very happy with the Sun. When this person does come in, you're gonna be very happy. Very, very happy. And if anything, you can have a son with this person. You guys can have a child, which is maybe could be a boy together. So this can, be someone you have a son with. But this can also just seem like, I do feel like, I do see a lot of happiness, a lot of warmth, a lot of, I do see things being more out in the clear, more open. So there could be some sort of, clarity coming towards you when this person does come in. There's going to be something that's going to be addressed and out in the open, so there won't be any confusion. Things are going to be very much exclusive, I feel like. So you and this person might be very exclusive, out in the open, very very much in things being very much not unlike I feel like this is giving harmonious, especially with the Lovers at the bottom here. I do feel like you and this person could be definitely consciously choosing the other. I do see there being a choice here being made within this connection. Well, initially there could have been avoided of making a choice, and then avoidance in general with reconciliation. But I do feel like with the Lovers at the bottom as the main underlying energy, it does give it a sense of, I'm gonna make a choice here. I'm making the choice, and I feel like I'm gonna listen to my intuition. I'm trusting my intuition. And like I said, I think you guys already know that this person's coming back here. The person coming in to prove themselves. And I feel like this choice is going to allow things to move forward, and for you and this person to close a chapter and walk into a new chapter. For some of you, I was going to say this could be someone you are going to close a chapter with and let go of, but I don't get any energy of letting go of here. So I'm not going to say that. And if that's the case, if you know you're not going to accept this ex back into your life, this person you maybe have children with into your life, and this is not the pile for you, I would suggest you pick another another pile, because this is not it. I'm getting strong. This person's coming. Intuitively, you feel a strong connection to this person. When this person does come, it's going to make you very happy. I do see things being more open and a lot of clarity coming in. So this person can come in. I feel like they're going to confess. I feel they're going to express something to you. And I feel like this person is going to be very vulnerable with you. I see vulnerability, and vice versa. I see you also being vulnerable. Okay, what can you talk about this connection, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. So yeah, a lot of you guys, this is somebody you have children with. This is somebody that's from your past. So you don't have children with. This of Cups is a card of nostalgia as well. And these are children here. So like I said, you guys can have children with this person, or this can be somebody that's from your past. This is someone that's familiar to you. This is someone you already know. Even for some of you guys could have grew up with this person. You guys could have lived in the same neighborhood, went to the same school. This is somebody that you've known for a long time. This is somebody that's in your past, okay? 100%. This is the pile for me. I really feel like this is an ex. If you are if this is not, if you don't want to deal with your ex, if you don't want nothing to do with your ex, I would suggest that you leave, because this is giving strong person from your past with the Six of Cups here. We have 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords here. We have the Knight of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. So this is definitely somebody here where you and this person, you guys been through a lot together. You see what I mean? Like the 5 of Pentacles, these people are, they're walking together, they're struggling together in the cold. Usually in the traditional meaning, it's one person walking above, you know, in front of the other. That's my cat meowing, so maybe there's a sign. But you see how they're walking together, they're struggling together. This person may be taller than you, or you're taller than them. Either way, I feel like there's a height difference for sure. Definitely a height difference. Maybe like 5 inches. But regardless, you see how they're walking together. You see how the door is here. And it's like you guys are going to a new chapter together. You guys been through so much. You guys were freezing out in the cold together. This connection, y'all been through a lot. Maybe you guys were having financial issues with this person at one point, or they currently are. But in the 5 of Pentacles, regardless though, I do see you guys struggling together still. Maybe you guys definitely were homeless. So maybe you guys could have been homeless together at one point, or this could be someone like, yeah, you guys were just financially struggling together. And I feel like the door is here, and it's like that new chapter. You guys are no longer freezing together. You guys are now going into warmth, clarity with the sun. You see, there's literally there's warmth here. There's warmth. You see that the smoke here? What is this called again? But chimney, I forgot. But you see, like the sun, I see warmth. I do see you guys not no longer freezing in the cold anymore. There could have been, you guys are just, I see there being warm, things being more clear, open, the door opening. You know what I mean? They're definitely taking the steps. They're gonna go, maybe they're gonna go here and take the steps, or, ooh, yeah. Regardless though, this was a connection where you guys definitely, like, you and this person been through a lot. Like, you're very vulnerable together. Most vulnerable moments. You guys struggled a lot, went through a lot. Queen of Cups, this is gonna, I really feel like there's gonna be, like I said, open. Like, I do see someone being open about their feelings, expressing themselves, making their feelings more known and open and clear. I see someone being sensitive here. Yes, Mixon? What do you want? But yeah, I see someone being more sensitive and open emotionally. And then what? Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let him out the room. But yeah, so I do feel like there will be some emotional expression. And I feel with the Knight of Wands here, like I said, giving bold, courageous energy, maybe a little impulsive. Someone who acts in the moment. I usually don't like Knight of Wands in love readings, but it's just the cards. And then also, it's, you know, giving this same vibe of the Knight of Wands here. Knights of Wands, Nine of Wands. And I talk fast, so they sound similar to me. And then regardless though, it's giving that bold energy, you know, like I'm gonna put myself, I'm gonna take some action. I'm gonna take some action. I do see somebody taking action. This person could be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be. You could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but there's definitely fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have 5 of Swords. So you and this person, I do feel like there could have been some tension, some conflicts in the past, maybe some arguments. Maybe you guys should have said some hurtful things to each other at one point. There could have, like, how the way that I feel like things escalated, you know, and words landed. Ego took over. Ego definitely took over. The 4 of Pentacles, and someone was holding on to pride. But I feel like somebody is gonna still kind of like take the action to reach out, because they're still holding on to the connection. They don't want to let this go. And then let's go ahead and see. I do want to pick up, because I feel like this is strongly giving X, someone that you know. We also have silence, frozen, no words, don't fall. This is someone you're not speaking to maybe right now, or they're not speaking to you. Let's see. What is the energy? What's the overall energy? What is this person's energy towards my pile 1? What is their energy towards pile 1, Spirit? Let's get the tea. This is juicy. One more card. Okay, I guess these want to come out. So why not? Why not? You know? Oh, we have pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. I was just saying this. Wow, I was just saying that. See, this person, you know, their pride. They're very prideful. They have a big ego, you know, and it makes them stubborn at times. You see that Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles? That's that energy. We have pain, apprehensive, afraid, cautious. That's interesting because the Nine of Wands is like usually about this. I was mentioning that here, but I feel like they're no longer. I feel like being in the energy, they're gonna make a bold move with the Nine of Wands. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul. We have releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. So yeah, this I'm saying this. There could have been an energy where y'all. Yeah, like y'all could have been no contact for some time. There could have been a false start, but I feel like someone's gonna come back. Possibilities, free spirit, adventure, risk. Yep, I see. Yep, someone's gonna take the risk with that Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Someone's taking the risk here. They want to see emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. This person. You see what I mean? Like, that's why I feel like they're gonna be emotionally expressive, because they actually like care. Like they realize that their pride, their ego got in the way, and their pride and ego no longer is, you know, deceiving them to believe that they don't care. You know, they could have been lying to themselves. Oh, I don't care. And the whole time they really care. This person cares a lot. This connection affects them more than they let on. And I feel like that's gonna be, you're gonna realize that. They might even mention this to you. They're make it more known to you. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Yep. They're gonna reach out. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. You see what I mean? That mixed signals make a lot of sense too, because of the emotional storm, and I was getting like false starts, a missed opportunity. Damn, this person is. I'm gonna get some more. Another. I'm gonna just do more shuffle because this is interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Anything else with this person's energy is towards my pile one. This is interesting. Intuition, heart song, telepathy. Oh, see? Inner knowing. I told you with the intuition. Like, I feel like with High Priestess, yeah, like intuitively, you know this person's coming towards you. So this is a huge sign. Like, you have a strong intuition. And then look, under this is the distance. Separation, space, blockage. You're intuitively, you know. You know this person's gonna come. We have peace, balance, harmony, friendship. I was just saying something like that. I was saying harmonious, harmony. I was saying that. Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. Oh my gosh, confirmation. Literally vulnerability, someone opening up their emotions, emotional expression. You know, things will be out in the open, more clear with the sun. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Do you see what I mean? Like, I do feel like this is gonna, like, this open heart is gonna make things more, okay, this makes sense. See, like, it's gonna make things more, like, especially with the mixed feelings, like mixed signs, you know, cloudy judgment. You're right, unsure about this person. This person can be a bit confusing, but them opening up, they will clear the air. You know, oh my god, this is like confirmation. Give me an update in the comments. I wonder, because this is an interesting spread, pile one. I definitely feel like this is an ex coming towards you. It's someone you already know. Thank you for watching. Hello there, pile two. So y'all picked the Celestial Mini Tarot, and let's get into your reading. So for your first, so the thing is with your pile, you did get 2 cards. I was wanting to pick, the intention was to draw 1 from out of this deck, but they decided to give me 2. And what's also interesting is that this deck is called Divine Abundance. And you have the card Divine Abundance. So we have, you were born to align with love's will. Follow the tail, or I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but insert something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you will begin a love affair with spirits. Ooh, I like this. So just, I feel like in terms of your love life here, you've been manifesting. And I feel like your next love life your next person could probably be like the divine feminine or the divine masculine, since we have the keywords divine. So just know, like, your spirit guides, like divine, is definitely with you regarding your love life. So right now I feel like there's a time, if you are currently manifesting a specific love life, really be specific with what you're manifesting. And also, I feel like your spirit team want you to know that, like, your love life, like, the journey that you're on, you will find your person, okay? You're meant to find your counterpart. You're meant to find them, okay? You can have a soulmate or a twin flame connection. Whatever you believe in, you definitely have a counterpart. And just know that, like, they also want you to know that, like, you don't just have love coming in like towards you in the month of April, but you also I feel like you have, like, abundance, just not just abundance of love, but abundance of money, like abundance of whatever you're manifesting, that's coming towards you in April. But just know that, like, it's not even just April, the month of April. You're not just receiving, you're receiving your whole life. Like, you're someone who's definitely, like, divinely protected, spiritually, mentally protected, everything like that, and you're blessed. So just know that, like, you will be receiving blessings throughout your whole life, not just April. We have, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So some of you may already be in a love connection. You may already be in a love connection. And I feel like probably why you have divine love, divine abundance, like, you don't have to settle. So if you're already, like, in a connection and it's not really working for you, if this connection is not working for you, Spirit wants you to know you have the power to walk away and say no to this connection. The red flags are cautioning you here. This person, this could even be a connection, whether it's new or you've been dealing with this person for a long time. Just know that you breaking free from this, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of love. You're not going to find your person. You're worthy of love. That's why you need to break free from it. You breaking free from this will allow you the kind of connection that you deserve, the kind of connection that is aligned with your soul. This connection could also just be very karmic, and maybe you're meant to learn from this connection. This can give a karmic connection vibe. This is a connection that's meant to help you grow and learn for your counterpart. Listen with your heart. You're listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. So, Aaliyah, I feel like, I feel like there could be other people in this, like your friends or family, maybe already told you about this connection, but you're just in denial. Maybe you don't want to hear it. Maybe you're just like, no, they don't understand. Like, no, it's not. They're just jealous, or they're just like, they don't want me to be happy. They do want you to be happy. That's what these people are telling you. I feel like there's people telling you things, but they're not telling you this just because they don't want to see you happy. They're telling you this because they want to see you happy and they feel you deserve better. So listen with your loving heart and not listen with your ego. Okay? Do not listen, and don't listen because they don't understand it. They do understand. Like, people, love is blind. So it's like your friends, family, they see things that you don't see. And I feel like that's what this can be. Listen with your heart. Like, listen to what these people are saying, and don't listen out of fear. Don't listen to respond. Listen to understand. It's also something that you can struggle with in terms of this, in terms of in general, like, listen to understand, not listen to respond. Okay. And then we're gonna use oh my god, I'm about to bring out the other deck, not this deck. It's Celestial Tarot. I was about to bring out the other one, but that was for pile 1. Maybe let's see. Maybe we'll get more messages regarding the love life out of tarot. I mean, we will, of course, but I do feel like, even though this is kind of emphasizing on a current connection, I don't know, maybe there could be a new one or something else. But I do feel like you can be already in a connection with someone. So what is pile 2's, what is the surrounding energy for pile 2's love life in April? What's coming towards their love life? What's coming towards them in love for April? Here, what's coming towards my pile 2 for April? Okay, a lot of cards came out, so let me take these back. That's a little too much. I will take these 2 on the side, but let's see. Any love messages? What's coming towards my pile 2 for the month of April? So we have the Lovers reversed. What's interesting is my pile 1 had Lovers at the bottom, but they had it upright. You have it reversed here. It makes sense with the unrequited love. This connection is in balance. This connection, you guys are not aligned. There's not enough, that makes sense with the Lovers reversed. It's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. There's no point in choosing this person. There's no point in aligning with this person because they're not in alignment with you. So this is a connection I do feel like, this is going to be a spread about the connection you're dealing with. Or a connection that maybe you're even stuck on. We have 7 of Cups here because there could be things that you're not seeing within this connection. There could be some illusions. We have 5 of Cups. This is deep. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. The Princess of Swords. I mean, yes, that's the Page of Swords. The 7 of Pentacles reversed. And we have the 8 of Swords here. This is so strong. Okay. This is like a clear message from Spirit. With 7 Pentacles reversed, I do feel like the month of April, like, this is gonna connect. This is gonna be a connection. I feel like you may just feel like it's not worth the investment no more. Maybe you've already been feeling this. This even tells me with the other cards. Well, you've been paying attention to some red flags, and you're realizing this connection is maybe not for you. You have a feeling of it. You know, you're feeling like it's not aligning with you, but that's why you have to listen with your heart here. Don't try to rationalize everything. Don't try to rationalize your feelings. What is your heart telling you? Is your heart telling you that this is your person? This is the person that you're meant to be with? Is your heart feeling this is are they the one? What is your heart telling you? Is what it can also be. That message could be what it emphasizing on. Even maybe there's other people too trying. For some of y'all, there could be other people telling about this connection and you're not really wanting to listen. But for some of you, you already have a feeling and you're trying to rationalize things because you have the 8 of Swords here too. What is 7 of Cups here? This connection, there's mixed feelings and mixed signals. And I feel like in the month of April, you may kind of just, that's probably why you've been paying attention to the red flags. This connection is just, it feels like it's something off about this person. It feels like this person, this could be some things are not what it is, things are not what it seems. You know, there could even be energy where this connection, for some of y'all, it just confuses you. Or for some of y'all, you could also be very delusional in the connection. There's certain things that you're choosing not to see. There's certain things that you could be over romanticizing or overlooking, and over idolizing within the connection here. But things are not what it seems within this connection. And I feel like with the 5 of Cups here too, a lot of you will realize that in the month of April, and it does lead to some sort of emotional disappointment here. You know, it hurts. I do feel like for some of you, you might wish that things went different. For a lot of you, this is a connection that even though you're going to choose to walk away, you're still going to feel the effects of it. Like, because you really had hope. You thought you were seeing this connection going a different path, a different way. And then when things didn't go that way, or when you just realize that it's just not going to go that way, it ends up, you know, you feeling a bit disappointed emotionally, and you're grieving, you're wishing that things went different, or you're just, yeah, you're still a bit wounded and affected. Because with Eight of Wands reverse, I do feel like there wouldn't be, I don't think in April, month of April, things will be moving with you and this person. I don't see things moving forward. I don't really see progress here. For some of you too, this could even look like the month of April, like you had an expectation for how this connection will go in the month of April, and it just seems like there's a disappointment. Things don't go how you expected them to go, and it leads to you kind of like noticing that things aren't progressing, or you know, it's just you're realizing that things aren't progressing, and this connection's feeling stuck and stagnant. You know, things are slow. There's a delay. In the Page of Swords here, I do feel like a lot of you could be already like keeping tabs on this person, or like watching this person, observing this person, or trying to gather information. Like as you get to know them, I feel like you're peeping things, you're seeing things. And then you see how the Page of Swords, Princess of Swords, they're looking at the Seven Pentacles reverse. Seven Pentacles reverse can represent a lack of investment. You know, you're not like a short-term commitment. You know, it's not a long-term commitment. Seven Pentacles requires patience, nurturing. You're putting in you're being consistent. Because you're wanting to commit to this project, this thing, this person, this energy. But reverse is like, you know, things are not progressing. You're not really nurturing it. You're not, you know, you're lacking patience. There's a lack of growth. There's a lack of investment. It's like it's like this is something that aligns with what you want to commit to. And I feel like you may be noticing this or having that thought about it, but it does seem like, I feel like you're no longer you're gonna choose to no longer invest in this connection, especially with the Lovers reverse. I do feel like you're just gonna have the energy to let go. But with the Eight of Swords here, I do feel like I feel like you're gonna feel like this way before you actually cut this person off. Like I don't really feel like the beginning of April you're cutting this person off. I feel like you feel like this now, but I feel like April's really, you're gonna feel it a lot. And it's like, I feel like towards the end of April, you're no longer wanting to be stuck in this connection, because you're gonna feel stuck in your head. You're gonna try to rationalize things. You're gonna just think negatively. You're gonna be in your head. You're gonna feel trapped. You're gonna just not really know what to do. You're gonna pretty much settle for some time. Because with the dog here, you know, I feel like you're someone who's very loving, very loyal. You know, like you cater to those that you love. You have a big heart. You know, even when someone can hurt you, because I feel like the person has hurt you, you still tend to stay and kind of keep yourself as a victim, because you care, you love, you're loyal. I believe this for some of y'all, this is someone you're already in a relationship with, and for some of you guys, this is somebody that you're on and off with. This is someone you're already dealing with right now. I feel like this person's in your energy, and you're probably watching this video because you hope for things to progress, because I feel like this person been playing games. This person be giving you mixed signals. This person be confusing you. This person may be making you feel very much emotionally overwhelmed. And I feel like you're going to actually choose to listen to what your heart is telling you. And with the Eight Lovers reverse, you're gonna choose like you're just viewing the person. You're realizing that this person is like no longer aligned with you. This is not somebody that you want to commit to. This is not somebody who you feel is your person. So I do feel like month of April, you may be choosing to walk away and let go of this person. And for a small portion of you, is vice versa. This person is realizing that they're not happy with you. They're not aligned with you, so they're cutting you off. But that's for a small portion of you. Regardless though, I see you walking away and letting go of a connection that no longer serves you. So we are going to get into this oracle deck, and I'm going to ask the overall, like, what is the overall energy with this connection with pile 2's love connection with this person. What is the overall energy, Spirit? We have Divine Feminine. See? Divine. I was just saying this. I was like Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. I was just saying this with the Divine Abundance, Divine. Like, I was picking that up. So you guys could be the Divine Feminine. And for some of you, this can just be your Divine Feminine. You could be the Divine Masculine. Some came over here. So we have apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. So for some of you, you and this person could have gotten back together. And that's why you you know, forgave them. You chose to stay with them. Maybe they could have cheated or they could have done something and they came back and apologized and you allowed them in. We have rejection, abandon, dismiss, irrational fear. See, I feel like some of you are going to cut this person off, like let this person go. I feel like you and this person, there could be even a chance that this person comes back to you in April and you accept them back, and then you break up with them. You realize that this is not it for you. You're not aligned with this. You're not aligned with them. Lusting, forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy. Like you're probably realizing that this connection, yeah, it's more lust, more infatuation. It's something that it's just, yeah, it's more sexual. So you're not choosing to, you don't want to commit. Because maybe this person can also, you feel like this person could be lusting over you. This person be, you know, they give you bare minimum. Like they're lusting over you and they only care about that. And you're just like, what is this? Like, I want more. This could be a situationship for some of y'all. Commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. You want commitment. You want a serious commitment, but this connection isn't giving you this. I feel like this could be a connection, right? Like I feel like this is a connection you could be dealing with. It could be a situationship. This is someone you're on and off with, I feel like, or just, it's like it's not a stable connection, but you want something serious and this connection isn't giving this to you. Ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time. Like this connection feels good. You know, this connection, that's why it's hard for you to stay. That's why it's hard for you to leave, because you're stuck, because you're loyal, you're committed, you and then the Seven of Cups, like you know, it's giving fantasizing, you know, giving daydreaming, over idolizing, romanticizing. You know, this connection feels good. It gives you mixed signals. So it's like, you know, but yeah, this connection, it feels good, but you need more. Boundaries, no. Drawing the line, enough. You had enough. You want more. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. You are going to feel hurt when you do it. But this person, like I said, this could be a person that's breaking up with you or leaving you and letting go because they want more. But you had enough. You don't want this no more. You know, this connection is breaking you. It hurts you. You know, and it's going to hurt when you leave too. But it's going to benefit you. And I feel like since you're coming out as divine feminine, and then you have divine abundance, divine love, you are finding your person. You doing this will allow you to attract the person you want. It would attract for you to have peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. And the Lovers reverse isn't giving you this. I'm going to shuffle one more time because this is juicy. Oop, too many. The way those came out. Anything else? Oh, I didn't realize I see clarity here. Truth, intentions, honesty. We have curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. So a lot of you guys, this could be I get a karmic vibe. Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. This is a connection. Have you tried to did you guys do some witchcraft on this person, or this person could have done some witchcraft on you? But this can also be a connection that's giving karmic. Okay, I think I did these already. Okay. We also have confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. That's Seven of Cups energy. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. See, like I think this is a connection. Yeah, I think you guys did come back together, but this person, I feel like I feel like this person came back, or you accepted them back into your life, but then now things are still like not really going the way you expected them to go. They're not really progressing, and I feel like you're gonna leave because they haven't changed or something. We also have sorrow, loss, grief, depression. That's that Five of Cups energy I was picking up here. You know, you still feeling hurt, feeling disappointed, wishing things that went differently. The Five of Cups could be about grief, loss, and depression. So that's interesting here. Because I feel like even though you're going to leave, you are going to feel hurt. And you might even think about returning or coming back. You might want to come back to this person, but I don't think so. This is a karmic connection. So you're going to be longing for them here. You know, craving, aching, wanting. But this is a karmic energy, consequences, cause and effect, steps. So just be cautious, okay? Like, that's why the connection feels good. It's karmic. It's supposed to feel good. Thank you so much, y'all, for watching the video. I hope this gave clarity. I hope this resonated. Thank you so much. See you next video. Pile 3. So y'all decided to choose the Queer Tarot deck. So let's get into your reading. So we're going to start off with the oracle messages. So we have ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So a lot of you can already be manifesting a connection here. And it seems like maybe in the month of April, I feel like I don't, for some of you, I'm gonna be real. This might not be for all, but for, I think, majority of you, since this is the card that came out, you, in the month of April, you're going to be more focused on connecting with yourself and manifestation. So I feel like in the month of April is when you're going to really manifest the kind of partner you want, the kind of love connection you want, and while also manifesting other things coming in. So you may be also receiving abundant, like money, you know, just, I see you being very abundant, but just money in general. Maybe even you're attracting more friends and more attention. I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of support and a lot of blessings from your spirit team. So I don't just think that love is a primary, you know, factor in your love life, of course, but I really feel like it's everything. So the month of April is when everything is going to be very much you're going to just start attracting a lot of energy in the month of April. A lot of attention, I feel like, as well. Oh my God, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Oh my gosh. I swear I don't know what cards come out when I shuffle. I don't want to look at them because I want to also be like surprised by you guys. I'm like, just as you guys as well. I want to be surprised too. That's interesting because you have ease and you have attraction. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. See, so I do feel like April, you might just be really just prioritizing yourself, your healing journey, your growth. You're going to be maybe just, you know, manifesting other stuff into your life. But also you will receive love. You're just going to be, this month is not going to, I don't really see you really connecting with someone for real April. Like you might have people you talk to, but I don't really see like your person in April. I see you may just kind of just, you know, you're going to receive attention. I do feel like you're going to have people wanting to talk to you. I feel like you're going to have options. You're a very attractive woman, attractive man. I do feel like you will have options, but I feel like you're going to just kind of be still in your single and thriving energy. This attraction card, it does remind me of the 9 of Pentacles in the tarot deck. It reminds me of her. So I wouldn't be surprised if that card comes out while shuffle, but let's see. But I do feel like you're going to be single and thriving. I don't really see you having a connection and committing to someone in April. No, I still see you having options, like, and exploring them, but also just not really getting lost in them. You're really just and focusing on yourself and not really in the energy of chasing. No, you're attracting. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Oh my gosh, see? So you are manifesting. And I see, so your spirit team is with you in terms of your love life. Like, you will find your person. You being in this energy of attraction, like, you not really chasing for love. You not really caring about love that much. You want love. But I feel like it's not your main focus. And I feel like because of that, you will definitely meet somebody in divine timing. You being in this energy, this person is worth waiting for. You're worth waiting for. Your love up is worth waiting for. You're being very discerning this month, I feel like. You're not, you know, you're being picky, but you're not being, you know, overly strict or too much of a high standard. Like you're you know, you're open, but you're also like fine by yourself. So you're just not gonna be in the energy of settling or desperation. Back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. So yeah, it seems like with the month of April, hold on. Okay, my apologies. Someone had walked in, but yeah, so with the back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. It's like, I feel like since you're gonna be in the energy of getting to know people, I feel like you're gonna have options. You're not gonna be picky, and you're also gonna, like I said, you're gonna be manifesting this month. Like, you're gonna be figuring out, like, this month is where you're gonna be really figuring out what it is that you want in love. Because I feel like you've been single for some time. You've just been thriving. You haven't really been caring that much. And I feel like this month you're gonna have more clarity on what it is that you want, specifically what you like, what you're looking for in a partner. You know, you're gonna be manifesting, being more specific with what you're looking for. And I also feel like you're just in the energy of like maybe putting yourself back out there again. Maybe where before you were just single, thriving and focusing on yourself. I feel like now you're gonna be more dating, more getting involved, giving the attention a bit, you know, sprinkle, whatever. And then I feel like you're gonna put yourself out there, and I feel like during there's time that you putting yourself out there, like I said, you're not desperate. You're gonna get more clarity about what it is that you want in a partner. Like, you know, like during talking stages, like it's sometimes, you know, like it's gonna be failed, or like, you know, or whatever, you know. But this is like you getting getting more of like an idea of what you're looking for. So like what one person that you had a talking stage with, what they had, you like that. You like that. Like it was like something that you want in a partner, but they did something else that you're like, you know, like this, it was that one thing that I liked that they did, but everything else not really. But I did like how they did this. It's like you're having an idea and you're adding that to your list. It's not being picky, it's just knowing what you're looking for. It's not, and you're not being unrealistic either, you know. It's because, you know, like there's plenty of fish in the sea. So it's like you're kind of gathering what it is that you want in a partner while talking to these people. You're experiencing, you're getting an idea of what it is that what's your type, what you're looking for, what's your ideal, you know. And you can get that. You can get that. Trust me, you can. Shoot, it's possible. I got it. But yeah, like you're getting, like you really are putting yourself back out there, and you're reevaluating what it is that you want in a partner, and you are being patient in your love life. You're not just settling. You're putting yourself out there, but you're not settling. You know exactly what you want, because I love that for you. I love that. And I can't wait to get into your reading, and then as well as your I have, after the reading, I'm going to do this other oracle deck for you, and I can wait to get into that as well. So let's see. So for the month of April, what is the energy surrounding group threes love life? Oh my god, I told you the Nine of Pentacles was going to come out. Oh my gosh. I told y'all that card reminded me of the Nine of Pentacles. And it came out. And then the Page of Swords is here. Wow. The month of, I told you, single and thriving. Single and thriving. Wow. It came out. Wow. I'm on point with that. I'm connecting with y'all for real. We have the Strength at the bottom. Well, the Fool wants to make itself known as well. We have the Strength and the Fool. So yeah, with Page of Swords makes sense. It gives me that reevaluating vibe. Like, you know, they're analyzing, they're reassessing, they're getting information, they're observing, they're watching, they're learning, they're getting information. I feel like this month you're gonna be single and thriving, but you're also learning more about what it is that you're looking for. You're observing, you know, you're gonna, you know, definitely put yourself out there to explore, but you're not gonna get too, you know, you're not gonna get too invested. You are gonna be a bit closed off. And I do feel like in the month of April you might still kind of just be because you could maybe be a little bit avoidant in your love life here, because I feel like you're so comfortable single that like you're just a bit like protective of your peace. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you see like the rainbow and then the swords. It's like you kind of block any kind of like, you don't let people get too close to you, because I feel like you want to protect your peace. So I feel like the month of April, you are going to be experiencing connections. I do see you talking to people. I don't see just one person. I do see more than one. I do see you having options. You're very attractive. I feel like you're going to attract a lot of people, because people, the way you carry yourself, you give like a, also like maybe you love luxurious things, maybe you live a luxurious lifestyle with the Nine of Pentacles card here, but you're single, you're thriving, you may even have tattoos, but people find you very attractive, and you can give like it girl energy. You give that radiant, you know, confident, seductive, you know, energy about you without trying. And I feel like you can have very much like seductive eyes. I feel like your eyes are something that pulls people in. But I feel like the way you carry yourself, your whole swag, your whole like aura, I love it. It gives radiant. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be very curious about you in the month of April. You will be receiving intention, like, you know, without you trying for real. And I feel like you're just gonna be in the energy of, like, you know, dipping your toes, wanting to explore things, but you're moving very slow. The snail is also catching my eye. I feel like you're gonna be moving very slow with these people and cautious. I don't think you're gonna be, you know, not in a way where you're moving slow because you're, I think you could have some avoidance in a way because you're trying to protect your peace, but I also don't really see, I feel like you've done enough healing. Basically, you're moving slow because this space, maybe that pace is more comfortable for you, and you're also very emotionally mature, emotionally balanced. I feel like in the month of April, I do feel like you might kind of meet some immature people, and I feel like that's also a reflection. The way you handle these connections, the way you go about it, it's a reflection of your growth. And I feel like that's why you're gonna also, it's not just, you're not gonna just be learning more about what you're looking for and how much, but you're also really realizing and learning about how much you have grown in your love life and what your types, the kind of people you attracted. Because the devil card here and the page of pentacles here, I feel like you could have maybe came from a toxic connection, or you used to be toxic yourself for sure. And I feel like you're learning a lot more about what it is that, like, you're learning how healthy you become. Like, the way you're not going for these toxic connections. It's like, I also feel like this woman, the way she's looking at these chains, or what she's looking anyway, she's like, she's kind of like aware of the environment that she's in. She's aware of the environment that she's in, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're not going for that. I feel like you're becoming more aware of toxic patterns, tendencies that people do. You're not going for it. So I feel like you are gonna encounter some people that's, you know, a little ugh. But of course, that's normal in talking stages. You're gonna have to you know, encounter some people, but you will kind of, you're gonna become more aware of the environment and these kind of like these toxic these toxic traits that these people have, or some toxic like patterns that you're not going for, that your old self probably would have went for. But you're learning a lot about how much you have grown and how much you have matured and how much you actually like want to, like, you actually want something more healthy now. So I do feel like you're also going to become more aware of patterns that you shed and some patterns that you need to kind of still kind of need to shed. Because I think you're healing still, but these connections, because you think you have some avoidant energy, that I feel like you might become more aware that you're also you're too avoidant sometimes. Like, I feel like you're so quick to cut people off. Sometimes you don't actually, but I feel like it's because you try and protect yourself here. But I feel like sometimes you like to have control. Like, even though I do feel like you could be emotionally mature and balanced, there's times where you can kind of like to have more control. And I feel like Spirit is like, you need to kind of let go of control. Let go of control sometimes. That's what the Fool is under here. Be more open. To, you know, be more open, be more receptive. Like, let go of control. Approach these connections a bit differently. Not completely different, but just a bit. Because I feel like with the Strength card, since it is a man instead of a woman, and then the way this just looks, it seems like you tend to like to have control. So kind of release that control. Like, I feel like it's because you're very independent and you're very self-reliant, self-sufficient, and you're very, you know, like I said, you know what you're looking for. You're very confident. You don't need nobody for real. But I feel like sometimes that can result in you kind of just being a bit controlling sometimes. Like, not like controlling a way where you're trying to tell somebody exactly what to do and dictate every move they do. In a controlling sense where you're not like allowing yourself to explore the connection and allowing this person to make mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of trying to control like how things play out, like, instead of just, you know, being eager to like lean in a bit and maybe open up and correct certain behaviors and stuff like that. Because, not saying, you know, it gets to a point where people do this toxic stuff, it gets to a point, but you also, because you're chained here as well, you might become more aware that yes, there's people that you will talk to, and you're gonna realize that, yeah, this is definitely immature energy, this is definitely toxic, I don't want to deal with that, that's a red flag. But you're also becoming more aware of ways you have also been exhibiting some of these red flags or some of these toxic traits yourself this month of April. So it makes sense with the reevaluate your desires. Like, you may realize that you kind of tend to be a little too picky or a little too controlling, and you don't allow yourself to like get to know people. It's like you tend to kind of avoid instead of confronting sometimes, just to protect your peace. And I feel like we have to understand when we do get to know people and we are exploring connections that not everybody's gonna just know us. You know, we have to explain some things. We have to let people know our boundaries. But then it's like when they cross it, then that's an issue. When they keep crossing the same boundary that you keep addressing, that's an issue. But if you're not addressing the issue, you're just walking away because, oh, they should know this already. No, some people. The thing is, some people don't know. That's the point of dating. Some people don't know, and you have to tell them. And it's like how they react to how you tell them, how they correct it is what matters. Okay, so I feel like in the month of April, you might become more aware of this and approach your love life with a more open mind and a more like just being more understanding. I still see being a bit single and thriving and exploring connections, and I don't really see you settling down just this April, but I do see you learning more about yourself and, you know, just dating in general, which is good here. In a bit, and you're going to be learning more about your avoidance. And let's see what else. Ooh. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I love that. See, I do see you also receiving you're gonna be, I do feel like you will definitely be receiving a lot of ooh, Eight of Wands. Ace of Cups is here too. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like I do see progression. I do see progression in your love life here. I do see like an energy where you can meet a specific person. And I do feel like with the Eight of Wands at the bottom, I do see this connection being very much, you know, I do see momentum. I do see things progressing. I do see like the energy being exciting. You know, I do see the feelings being intense. But I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, I do feel like even though there's a strong attraction on one person's end, under this is a Knight of Wands and they want to make themselves known. I don't really like Knight of Wands archetypes in love readings. It depends on the cards around it. But I feel like this person might be a bit inconsistent for you. So even though this connection is like there's a strong attraction, you guys, there's momentum, things are progressing. And I just feel like the Eight of Wands, eventually the wands will fall. So it's like sometimes if this is as an outcome of your love life, it's like it could be a short fling or a short connection, you know. So there's a connection you might vibe with, but I feel like this connection, it's just something that's not gonna really serve you. So I do see you ending, like you and this person, like you kind of leave them out in the cold. I see like distance here. You might, I don't know if it's ghosting or, but then again, the Ace of Cups is here. So, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this connection is not just, you're going to realize this connection is not what you want. You might kind of find, that's what I was going to say, you might find like some characteristics and qualities that this person have, but it just, I feel like with Five Pentacles, this person is just, they could be very inconsistent and kind of can neglect you in some way. And I feel like the way they show up, I don't think this person is going to like be a bad person per se or intentionally hurt you. I just feel like the way you guys are just not really compatible. So there could be some incompatibility within you and this person. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you are realizing that you want a bit more, and that I feel like you could have you could feel like if you were continuing this connection with this person, I feel like you might overgive. You feel like you might kind of just feel and be in a position where you're overgiving, or you're extending yourself too much emotionally. So I feel like you're just going to end up like distancing yourself and just like going, you know, just really not really engaging with this person anymore, because I feel like this person is not going to really fulfill you. And I feel like this is a connection that you might have a really strong connection with and feelings were emerging, but I feel like you're going to be choosing yourself because this connection, just like I said, which is unfulfilling, and it was more like just a bit inconsistent and more like intense and fun, I guess, and exciting, but you wanted more stability within this connection and it wasn't giving you stability. So I feel like, I don't think this person's gonna hurt you, nothing like that. I just feel like they're not really meeting what you're looking for in a way, like how they show up. They might kind of struggle with being on time, they might struggle with kind of just like, they might kind of just be a bit like sloppy with their life, and you want maybe more of an energy with the person who maybe has their life more together. They're more stable as a person. I feel like it's just them as a person compared to your life as a person. Like, I feel like your lifestyles are completely different. And I feel like even though the intensity is there, I just feel like you're looking for somebody who has more of their life, like who has a lot going on, more going on for themselves. That's what I'm picking up. In a way, because I could feel like you might kind of be more developed financially or career wise, or just like I said, you're in your life in general than this person. And I feel like that just, it could be a turn off for you. And I feel like it's just something, and that's I don't blame you, you know, everybody, you want a different kind of, you know, but the Knight of Wands, coming as the Knight of Wands is like, I feel like this person, like, it's not even about the money. I feel like it's just this person just, you kind of feel like you want someone who has a lot more going on for them. You know what I mean? Like, maybe there could be a bit too, or just like I said, inconsistent as well, or just the way that you could just feel like this person just prioritizes other things and they're inconsistent and they're just not what you're looking for, basically. And this can look, like I said, the reason why I'm saying all these things, it's a collective reading, so I'm picking up on a lot of energies here. Okay, so whatever fits you the most, go with that. If it doesn't resonate at all, then it's just not your pile. If nothing resonated, you know. But we're gonna go ahead and get the overall energy with the April surrounding your love life. So what is pile 3's overall energy surrounding the love life, spirit? What is the overall energy surrounding group 3's love life? Avoiding. See, that's the avoiding here. We have exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. So you could have been single for some time here, for a long time. And I feel like, you know, you tend to avoid because, and you like to have control in some aspects because I feel like you had a lot of disappointments within your love life. And it's like you kind of avoid to keep the peace because you're tired of being exhausted. You're exhausted. You know, you're tired of feeling drained in your love life. So just like you tend to just keep distance and trying to get too close to people because you want to protect your peace. We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul, escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. You tend to also escape and avoid, not just to protect your peace. I did see peace here too. Not just to protect your peace, but also because you don't want to make another mistake. I think you could fear committing to the wrong person. You don't fear commitment at all. You fear committing to the wrong person. So you tend to push people away, and because you don't want you want to avoid making a mistake in your love life. You know, you don't want. I feel like you could have got done wrong in the past, and it's like I feel like because of that you don't want to fall and lose yourself again. You don't want to fall off track and lose yourself again and become another victim. And you don't want to like be deceived again or be misunderstood somebody. You don't want to like because I feel like you're gonna trust your discernment better, but I feel like it's like in a way you can kind of do it as like a defense mechanism. We have pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. So I do feel like you're gonna find some people, like I said, the devil energy. You're gonna find, because you go and talk to some people who can kind of struggle with that energy. We have, and then you might kind of push these people away too, because you don't make another mistake. You realizing that too as well with the devil energy, that you're unhealthy connections. We have peace, balance, harmony, friendship. You want to protect your peace. This is tea. Interesting. Very much juicy. Let's get some more. Any other messages for group 3, the energy surrounding their love life? So you might ghost someone here. That's why I'm picking up with the 5 Pentacles. You might kind of just distance yourself from somebody. You kind of just might kind of go a little ghost. We have pain, apprehensive, afraid, cautious. That Page of Swords energy. You're being very cautious in your love life because, you know, you're not trying to get hurt. You want to, you don't want to make a bad decision. You don't want to, because I feel like once you really hurt and go through a lot, like when you feel the weight of things, like it hurts. It's like it really affects you, but you're afraid of getting hurt again. We have cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Okay, depth, awareness, importance, value. I was picking that up. I see you becoming more aware of, because with the cloudy judgment, I was saying that you might become more aware that you kind of tend to just avoid instead of just communicating, and instead of just making things more clear to the person, you might perceive things differently, and you might just get better at, you just become more aware of certain ways that you've shown up in your connections that could be a bit unhealthy, like in terms of like you just avoiding, and you just, yeah, with that cloudy judgment. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. See, I do feel like you are going to put yourself back at, because I feel like you've been single for a long time, and I feel like you're going to give your love life another chance, a second chance here. Another opportunity, you're going to, you know, for any opportunities in love. So I don't see this as another person per se. I do see this more about you kind of giving your love life another chance, because I was picking that up. It's been some time that you've been single. You're putting yourself out there. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. See, I feel like you kind of might just disappear from somebody and kind of distance yourself. The Five of Pentacles could be ghosting, leaving somebody out in the cold. So you could ghost somebody. Or it could be vice versa. You might be the one that's getting ghosted. But let's see. Well, no, I don't know. Give me an update in the comments. We have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. See, I do see you will definitely be bonding with people. You will be making, you know, connections. And I do see that a specific person you will be bonding with. But this is the overall energy here. But I just know that I do see you protecting your peace as well. So that's why I feel like you're going to be single, because it's like you kind of still might be a bit avoidant. And you will kind of realize that. We do have resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid. So yeah, you kind of might just, yeah, you're going to be more aware that you could just be that avoidance because you want to protect your peace and stuff like that. And you might just end up ghosting someone. So you might have to kind of work through some of your avoidance patterns as well. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it resonated. And give me an update in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.